Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aina Syafiqah binti Amrain. My matrix ID is 20215990 and today I would like to present about the Pet-Ro-Nas Executive Summary. This report was commissioned to reflect the current thinking in the areas of concept of ethics and also corporate social responsibility in business environment as viewed from the manager's perspective. And according to this photo, this article was pointed out in 2019 that Pet-Ro-Nas contributed more than 285 million through various corporate social responsibility, which is CSR, and which projects in education, community, well-being and development, and also the environment according to the company's annual report. And these efforts has been decided to continue under Yayasan of Pet-Ro-Nas, and the further investigation revealed because of the lower average recognized prices for their principal product, and which is Pet-Ro-Nas reported decreased revenue of 240.3 billion in fiscal year 2019, which is down 4% from fiscal year 2018. Moreover, Pet-Ro-Nas decided to continue its efforts to enhance the way they manage the social performance by implementing into the key business processes across all levels in 2018. Their social license is to perform was improved because of this interest in social performance, and a risk-based management approach will also be used to offer the value to the whole business. Pet-Ro-Nas is one of the companies which were high risk affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. The report evaluates this range and concludes that it will be the best if Pet-Ro-Nas decide to continue the CSR programs and their approach towards CSR during pandemic season to complete Pet-Ro-Nas missions to contributing to well-being of society in the pandemic situations.
This is Csr At. I am from Group H. Today, I will be presenting about Pet-Ro-Nas background. According to this slide, this is Pet-Ro-Nas logo journey, which is from 1974 until 2019, the latest logo introduced by Pet-Ro-Nas. According to this slide, this is the 2019 latest Pet-Ro-Nas logo. Next, we go to the next slide. In 1974, Pet-Ro-Nas' first ever logo had been introduced. The symbol itself means dynamism and forward movement, and qualities that have fueled Pet-Ro-Nas' growth for over decades. Then let's go to 1971 plan. Based on 1971 plan, Pet-Ro-Nas' first goal is to protect the national supremacy by retaining oil and gas. Second is taking part in delivering and marketing of petroleum in an acceptable price. Third is encouraging the supply of equipment, plant and services by Malaysian organization. Fourth is producing nitrogenous fertilizers, and the last one is spreading the advantages of the petroleum industry over nation. In 1976, Pet-Ro-Nas have formed their first ever contract, which is Production Sharing Contract, or known as PSC, collaborating with Shell. In 1978, Pet-Ro-Nas have formed this wholly owned Carigali Corporation, which is the purpose of this firm is to explore oil and gas. By 1980, petroleum and its products have successfully become Malaysia's chief foreign exchange job holder and managed to form this over 28% of government revenue in 1983. Today, Pet-Ro-Nas had grown into an integrated oil and gas company operating beyond national boundaries.
Assalamualaikum. Hi madam and everyone. My name is Nur Farhana binti Nur Azham. My matric number is 2021183399. Today I want to present about Pet-Ro-Nas core principle and organization values. Pet-Ro-Nas has 4 core principle values that they are practiced in their business environment. Firstly is loyalty. Their organization emphasizes the principle of loyalty, where every employee must have a loyal attitude towards their organization. For example, when you start working with Pet-Ro-Nas, you shall always give your undivided devotion to Pet-Ro-Nas and all of occasion. This is because organization believe that the loyalty given by their employees is capable for further strengthening the credibility of the company. The second core value of Pet-Ro-Nas is integrity. As all of you know, Petronas is the top company. This is because they practice the integrity values in the organization among the employees. They serve their work with honesty and integrity and also a goodwill. Each of employee need to do their works with full of honesty and no doubt. This company believe with integrity values that apply in their work action will gain a lot of benefits to the company and then to all people around them, especially when they involve in any corporate social responsibility program, CSR. Finally, the core values of Petronas are about professionalism and cohesiveness. Every employee working under their organization needs to have an attitude of professionalism and cohesiveness towards their work and the company itself, especially in Petronas. Employees need to demonstrate group cohesion based on the purpose along with having caring attitude towards other individuals. This will make the employees become tolerant if involved with programs that help at Petronas. The existence of loving nature among individuals will be more successful social program organized. That's all about Petronas core principle and organization value. Now, I want to explain about stakeholders of Petronas organization. What is stakeholders? Stakeholders are referred to any individuals or organization who may be involved or could be impacted by Petronas business operation. The support of stakeholders as well as their responsiveness to their requirements and concerns. Firstly is federal government. It is the most important of stakeholders in the Petronas Malaysia. This association assists in the creation and maintenance of policy as a nation building partner. For instance, about the overcome plastic pollution in Malaysia, Petronas Chemical Group PCG engaged with the Malaysian government. In addition, the other stakeholders of Petronas is state government. Mereka menampankan ekonomi asas rakyat, for example, is a follow-up to Petronas Planting Tomorrow initiative, which launched in 2017 in Sabah and Terengganu with the goal of providing communities with self-sustaining skills than customers. Customer consists of end users of its products and service. Building a strong customer base is essential for long-term business growth. In particular, the wave of digital disruption. Under PDB, Settle, Malaysia first mobile application that developed to eliminate daily point just as the use of physical loyalty card. Furthermore, Petronas employees is a backbone of their success business. The management of Petronas takes their continuous employee engagement, improving employee benefits to reflect current procedures. For example, Petronas Global Talent Strategy that focus on continuous development of talent, skill and competencies to guarantee that they are self-driven in a mission for right talent. Besides that, media helps to strengthen Petronas' reputation and credibility by providing a fair and balanced view of the organization. Specifically in 2019, Petronas continues ongoing efforts in the Imbak Canyon Conservation Area (ICCA), a Class 1 forest reserve in Borneo that is home to a diverse range of flora and fauna. Investors' continued belief and confidence are vital to business growth, excellence credit ratings, and increasing a dividend value. As revealed by one of the commitments to keep the shareholders up to date on all activity is to publish its voluntary annual report for guidelines. GLCS industry players and partner that is promote growth through synergies instead of competition. These stakeholders concerned for the governance, health and environment industry requirements. For instance, commitment to health, security and environment HSSE that Petronas performance has continued to improve. They will do all possible to ensure a safe working environment. Lastly, communities and non-governmental organizations (NGOs) can impact the viability and sustainability of Petronas business activities. Pet-Ro-Nas, who as a good corporate citizen corporation collaborate with relevant NGO to improve community. This may be observed in the Budi Pet-Ro-Nas support program, which has been in place since 2015 in partnership with Majlis Amanah Rakyat MAR-AUG. This initiative has benefited over 600 Maktab Rendah Sains MAR-AUG in Sabah and Sarawak that have a vulnerable students. It is aimed to create a love of learning in underprivileged students and inspire them. That's all from me to explain about stakeholders of Pet-Ro-Nas organisation. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shazina Hazika binti Nur Saifah Azlan. My matric number is 2021339107. Today I will present about the approach social responsibility. Approach social responsibility is referred to one company who is to find their opportunities in the business. In my research about this approach social responsibility, and I was found that Pet-Ro-Nas also very active in approach social responsibility. Firstly, Pet-Ro-Nas very active because they want to find their opportunities in this business and to market their brand. Secondly, Pet-Ro-Nas also very active in social responsibility to their customer, employer, and also the environment. Next, Pet-Ro-Nas also was doing a partnership activity, which is partnership with employees, customer, and also environment protection. CSR program that Pet-Ro-Nas involved is to help to inspire their employees to become a better citizen. This was show that Pet-Ro-Nas is a very good company because they always need to be a good leader and a good company to employees, customer, and also environment. That's why we can see that Pet-Ro-Nas can grow quickly because they always need to be a good company, and they also have a lot of branches. And lastly, Pet-Ro-Nas need to be a role model to other company because Pet-Ro-Nas was involved a lot of CSR program, and they want to focus to helping a lot of people. They also want to focus to establish fundamental building block for their long-term business in future. For example, such as in health, in education, and also in environment. For example, Pet-Ro-Nas also was sponsor a scholarship to the student who want to further their study. And this scholarship also was sponsored in every year, so that all students who is live in a poor and deserve to continue their study, and they have this opportunity to further their study with the scholarship. Thank you.
Presenting about Corporate Social Responsibility Program, or known as CSR, by Pet-Ro-Nas. According to this, these two programs are examples of Pet-Ro-Nas' previous CSR program. The first one is Satuan Kasih Hari Netom, and the second one is collaboration with Cancer Research Malaysia, or known as CRM. Next is current CSR by Pet-Ro-Nas. There are also two examples from the current CSR program by Pet-Ro-Nas. The first one is Social Enterprise Education Lab, or known as SEED Lab. Pet-Ro-Nas had announced in 25 September 2020 that they were teaming up with Tata Consultancy Services, or known as TCS. This program was dedicated and focused to youth to addressing about youth unemployment in leaving a positive impact on communities through social entrepreneurship. They also have introduced the 3 social enterprise, that is Teman, Food Lab and Softnext. These 3 social enterprise will be led by professional coaches. The second previous CSR program is Pet-Ro-Nas 20 million ringgit Malaysia of medical equipment and supplies to help hospitals and healthcare frontliners to ease the spread of the COVID-19. This program was announced on 23 March 2020. And Pet-Ro-Nas also have collaborated with Ministry of Health, MOH, and National Disaster Management Agency or NADMA or NADMA for this program. In short, Ministry of Health and National Disaster Management Agency will focus on critical medical equipment such as PPE, hospital beds and mattresses, masks and etc. to specific hospitals for COVID-19 or quarantine center. PDB or Pet-Ro-Nas Dagangan Berhad also doing their part, which they had contributed cartons of monster mineral water and monster bite buns to the medical staff stationed at the COVID-19 or quarantine center. Next, the future CSR program by Pet-Ro-Nas. According to Mr. Sharufani Mamazaki, the person we interviewed for this interview session for Pet-Ro-Nas company is all companies are affected by this pandemic, but that is not an excuse for Pet-Ro-Nas to stop spending on CSR activities. The Sentuhan Ilmu series of programs aims to improve education outcomes and better the opportunities for underprivileged students, especially in science subjects, in STEM subjects such as science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Since 1975, Pet-Ro-Nas have been involved with students, teachers, and parents to provide scholarships to 36,000 and more students. Pet-Ro-Nas have involved in counseling, sponsorship, motivational camps, and also English classes, as well as focus programs to enhance students' interest in STEM subjects, whether through formal and informal learning. The second one is the Sentuhan Alam program, which is planting 50,000 trees by 2021. The Sentuhan Alam programs will focus on caring the environment through biodiversity, conservation, and carbon neutral programs. Yayasan Pet-Ro-Nas initiatives include rehabilitation and conservation of coral reefs and mangrove swamps. In 19 February 2021, Yayasan Pet-Ro-Nas had announced to plant 50,000 trees as part of its environmental conservation Sentuhan Alam initiative. The project involved planting trees and enhancing the management of the trees in 14 sites across 11 states in Malaysia. So this method was believed able to reduce carbon emissions by more than 200 tons. And Pet-Ro-Nas also decided to collaborate with Global Environment Center or GEC to assist in upskilling communities. And GEC also will be managing the program for 3 years until August 2023. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum to Madam Narizan. So my name is Ainuna Jiha binti Diraman Elias Omar and my metric number is 2021156869, and today I'm going to continue this presentation about social responsibility management of a Pet-Ro-Nas. So social responsibility management refer to the individual and businesses that have a responsibility to act in the best interest of their environment and society as a whole. This theory is to enact policy that promote an ethical balance between the dual mandates of profit and social benefit. Organization may have both formal and informal dimension in managing their social responsibility. Formal organization dimension refer to legal and ethical compliance. Meanwhile, organizational leadership and culture is the informal organization dimension. Each of established organization have their own social responsibility, so as well as Pet-Ro-Nas. So first let's take a look about formal organizational dimension. Formal organizational dimension is ethical compliance, which refer to the most basic legal and ethical of company regulation that all workers must follow. For example, Pet-Ro-Nas is unwavering in its commitment to combating corrupt and unethical business practices. As a result, Petronas prohibit employees from accepting or offering bribes to or from government official or from individual, whether directly or indirectly, even if it's mean of losing their business opportunities together. Other than that, contractors, subcontractor, consultants, agent, representative, and other works that work on behalf of Petronas must strictly follow Petronas standard policy, which is prohibit improper solicitation, bribery, and corruption. By follow the policy, the both board management and employee will feel more responsibility to their works and of course to their organization as overall. Okay, last but not least, I will explain about informal dimension of a Petronas. As I have explained this before, informal organizational dimension is about the organizational culture and leadership. The occurrence of cases of oil smuggling by irresponsible individual is one of the example of informal organization that we can take from Petronas. Okay, cases like this usually occur in large number, which can affect the regular oil market and affect other consumer. For example, some individual get a plentiful supply of oil, but they misuse it. In other words, other example that we can relate in is like the situation where there are some people who get oil subsidies and get oil for employment purpose from Petronas and the government, but take advantage by smuggling oil. This issue is often raised in the community, and therefore Petronas should be more careful and spread awareness about this illegal activity caused by inhumanity people.
In conclusion, the concept of CSR is something that to use as a shorthand for business contribution to sustain development. CSR program is also often associated with large company and very particular to multinational and global enterprise. Their international CSR agenda is dominated by NGO, consumer, and also business association. And lastly, CSR is very good in our business because it can improve employees' skill and also can increase our brand in the future. That's all. Thank you.